Okay, there I go. I think we're set. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Crafty Hour. I think 80, are we on 81? Sorry. It's Kourtney here from Scrapbook-N-Memories, and we're ready for Crafty Hour, number 81, I think it is. So the kit we're using in this Crafty Hour is a fabulous kit. We are loving this. This is the All in Create box set. It's the Voyage of Flavor. It has two fabulous rolls of the layering washi tape, which just are so much fun and amazing to play with. It has that pack of ephemera that's got tons of goodies in it. And then it also has the pack of the paper. And what is so special too about these All in Create kits is everything in this box set is exclusive to this box set, guys. So you won't find these bits and bobs and pieces in anything else. They just come as these collectors. I call them collectors because it kind of is. The collector's edition box sets. So the paper itself comes in this little, I think it's like a 4x6 size. Now, individually, outside of the box sets, they do have the, I think it's a 6x6 and a 12x12 that is also available. So, Clipper Street and Scrapbook-N-Memories both have the bigger paper pads that match and coordinate these. So you can contact your home store and get those if you haven't grabbed them yet. But they are fabulous. You're going to love them. So we're going to kind of play with two cards today. And we're going to kind of bring back some other things from Maker Mania and some other stuff we had used before. So what we've got here is I love the layering washi tape, so I really wanted to play with those. And then also I love the technique, and I hadn't played with it yet. I thought, you know what, I'm going to do this for Crafty Hour because it'll be fun and it'll be perfect for this paper collection, is the torn canvas technique. And I did it on a card. I've seen that it's kind of the rave. It's the hot thing to do right now, is to take a canvas and put some paper over the top of it, cut it apart, and then rip it open and flip it. And it's really cool to do on canvases. So I thought this time, why not do it on a card? Because it is a fun technique. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to go, I will be right back. I'm going to go grab a cup of water because I feel like my throat is not going to make it through this. I'll be right back. Okay, that gave everybody a little bit of time to kind of find us. So that's what we're going to start with. What we're going to start with is the washi tape. So we're going to start with those, and we're going to build both of our backgrounds first. So in your homework, I just said to have like an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. So go ahead and grab that. And it could be just a scrap piece of paper. But that's what we're going to build these washi tapes on. Now, what I like to do on my washi tapes is because sometimes it's hard to tell what they are, I cut my packaging and take the back off, but I leave my little sticker on the top. That way I know what that roll is, to kind of distinguish it. I know some people write the item numbers or the names on the inside too. You can do that. So with the washi tapes, you basically just pull them apart, and when you pull them apart, you're going to kind of pretty much see each one does 4 layers. So it's going to be 4, let me find my sample, I got one right here. Each washi is going to be 4 layers. You've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, you can kind of see how they stack nicely. When you're looking at your images, you can kind of tell where the image kind of repeats or stops. On this one, it's like the edge of a jar. And then Sometimes the tape starts with the first one as the top. Sometimes it starts with the bottom one and it goes in a different order. So I always like to, if that one of those happens, I just sacrifice the bottom one. That way my roll always starts at the top and it's easier to stack them. So we're just going to go in on our scrap piece of paper and I'm just going pretty much up at the top. We've just ripped it and we're going to layer our first piece of washi tape. So these are really fun. I love the staggered look to it. If you want something more defined, you can do like Jo did. And Jo took her nesting dies and she cut a shape out of it and it will give you those cleaner edges. So it's really whatever you want to do. I love the torn edge look. I think it's more mixed media looking. This is great to use in art journals. You could do art journal pages and things with them too. You can put them on scrapbook pages. There's just a lot of fun stuff you can do. So then we're just going to pull it out again until you can kind of see right there where the image stops again. And we're just going to rip it. And then you're going to take that and you're just going to line it up with the image above it. And it overlaps it, and I find it easier to stand up and do this, but I don't want to get my head in the camera, so I'll try to get mine as good as I can. And you're going to line it up. So this one's easy to kind of see on the outside edge of the shelf that you're kind of lining that up. So we're going to rip that, then we're just going to pull another piece until we see the edge of that shelf. Again, we're just going to rip it. And we're just stacking it. And how fun and easy are these? They have tons of these different layering washi tapes available from AALL & Create. There's butterflies, there's postmarks. We've used the Christmas one before. So there is a lot of different ones, and these guys are so much fun. So if you haven't taken a peek yet at the other AALL & Create layering washi tapes, make sure to take a peek. I should have brought my other samples home. That I have at the store of other ones from past releases, but you can kind of get the gist of it. But look at how fun that is, guys. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so there's the first one. That is the first. That one's just called Happy Jars. And what I love is it makes quick, easy cards, and it makes it look like you spent a lot of time on that. And all you did was go rip, 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 and layer them on. Okay, so once we have that, I'm just going to take my trimmer and chop this one off, and then we're going to do the same thing with the other one, okay? So we've got our piece of paper, and we're just going to do the same thing. Same thing with it. Okay, so I'm just going to sit those little washi tapes to the side. And so the other one we've got is called Sugar Glow. And this is the one with that beautiful flower on it. And then here's the card sample that I did on that one. So have you guys played with the washi tapes before? Is this your first time? What do you think? I think they're quick and easy. I think they're addicting. They're really fun to do. So we're just going to lay that up as straight as we can do it. And they're just so vibrant and stunning. Okay, so we're just going to rip it. And right here you can kind of see where those colors are changing. And that pretty much is where you're going to rip it. That's where the edge and design changes. And then you're just going to kind of go back and forth until you see the image kind of line up. And there we have it. Okay, there we have it. And then we'll just kind of keep doing the same thing. And it is a washi tape. So if you notice, like on this one, I'm like, uh-oh, it's crooked. You can lightly pull them back up. And then it's because I'm doing this sitting down, not standing up above it. And then you can lay it back down because it's washi tape. You can pull them up. Oh, Joanne says she loves creating with these. I know, right? They make quick, easy, beautiful cards. Okay, then we're just going to pull it out, rip it off. And then that's going to be our last layer. So we have 4 layers for each washi tape. Hello, Peanut. Okay. And then I'm just going to kind of trim that off too. And that is going to be our washi tape pieces. Quick and easy. Oops. I'm going to go down here and cut it because my washi tape's going off the edge. There we go. Okay. How's everybody doing? We got some washi tape. Uh-oh, Deanna says she has a secret. Is there more washi tape coming? Is there more washi? Okay, so there we go. There's our washi tape, guys. So we're going to start with this one first. And look at that. Deanna's trying to steal the show again. No, it's all good. There's that. She did get to go have lunch with Abs and Joe, so I'm sure she knows all kinds of secrets coming from this fabulous company. Okay, so we're just going to go through our pack, and you're going to pick one that you like. So your washi tape is going to cover most of this. Now, when I started designing this card, and I was playing with it, my card underneath looks something like this. It looks something like this. And I was originally going to put the washi tape just directly on this, and then I decided, no, I kind of wanted it to have a little bit more of a frame around it. So then that's when I decided to put it on the white, just to make it stand out a little bit more. But since there's this open area on it, you can totally just put your washi right there in that white space. Oh, July. It's going to be July, huh? Oh, I got to click see more. Squirrel. Oh, she meant to mention it to me. Well, now we all know. Cat's out of the bag. We are bad at secrets, aren't we, Deanna? No, when it really matters and they really tell us to keep the secrets, we do keep the secrets. We do not say a word. Okay, so we're going to look for a card that has stuff at the top, stuff at the bottom. Pick a card, any card. It really doesn't matter, guys. Ooh, I like this one. I think I'm going to go with that one. Yeah, I'm going to go. It doesn't matter. Pick a card, any card. I'm going. And now I say it doesn't matter, and then I'm like slowly picking through them. I think I kind of like that one because it has more stuff on it. Oh no, we're going that one. Is that right side up or wrong side up? Okay, pick a card. Pick a card, Kourtney. Move on. So we're going to keep our cards the size it is because I felt like this was a really good thing. So we're just going to leave it at that size. I'm going to take a little brown ink. I have Vintage Photo. I love Vintage Photo because it has a little bit of a reddish kind of tone to it, which I think matches this really nice. So I'm just going to go around the edge and we're just going to ink her up a little bit. July. I cannot wait to see what he comes up with. I can't wait till July. My gosh, it's so far away. So far away, but it'll be here before you know it. Okay, so there's that. And like I said, if you guys, these cards, this paper, it's a heavy cardstock. They're heavy. So if you want more, and they only come in this box set. So if you want more of this paper, it comes in 6x6 and 12x12, and both of our stores have it in stock. So make sure to grab some of those. Okay, so there's where we're going. We're going to grab the one with the coffee cup, and we're just going to kind of clean it up a little bit. I went over here and cleaned this up, so it is going to be flush on this side. Going to be flush over here. And you know what? I'm not going to lie. I've got it right here too. I kept this piece because how cool is that just to be as a layer or something underneath something else? So I'm totally going to keep that and put it on something else because that's cool. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm just going to go on this side and just trim it down just a little bit. So we have just a hair at the top of white, hair at the bottom, and a little bit more over to the side. And then again, we're just going to lightly brown it. Quick and easy, guys. And this card is fairly flat, so you will be able to mail this one. Ship it. Lord mercy. You'll be able to mail it. I've been shipping all day. Okay, and then we're just going to glue it flat. Oh, look how pretty those colors are on there. Okay, we're just going to glue it flat on there. Originally, I was looking at cutting and you could totally back it. Somebody didn't put the lid on her glue. There it goes. I am horrible, guys. When I'm done crafting, I leave my craft room and I forget to cap this thing all the time. But 95% of the time, if you squeeze it, it starts going again. I've never really had it clog on me. That's why I love that thing. Okay, so this is just going to get glued flat all the way against the edge of your card. Originally, I was looking at it and I was going to put black behind it, and then I decided it took too much away from it, so I took the black off. Now, in your homework, I told you to cut out, and a lot of you guys recognized it. It was from the Maker Mania kit. So I figured most of you guys had that Maker Mania kit that had all of these fun random pieces. I love to use these fun random pieces. I think they're great to poke in the card. I love scripts. There is just something about random scripts that I love, and that's why we had this die designed for Maker Mania, because, well, me and Deanna saw a need for a die that we wanted. We were being selfish for ourselves. No, not really, but we knew it'd be popular. So anyways, I pulled this out from the Maker Mania kit because I figured most of you guys would have it. And look at how it matches so perfectly with the background and with the mixed media style of this card. We're just going to take random pieces. If you do not have this die, it is okay. You can use a stencil. Maybe you have a stencil that has a random script on it. Maybe you have a stamp, because I love stamps too with random scripts. I know a while back we had upsold or kind of recommended some of the it might have been 2 crafty years back, but there was a stamp that had a postage and random script on it. So grab whatever you got, guys. It does not have to be this. Grab whatever you want. This is from the last Maker Mania, so that would have been number 12. This is from the number 12 kit. It was a big plate. It was a big plate that was all by itself, but it is just a real cool random script, and just look at how fun that is. I love it. I think this die is still available. If you guys don't have it, we can still order them. I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but I think this one is still available. But like I said, I figured most of you guys had it from the Maker Mania kit, so I decided to pull it out. But if you have a stamp, if you have a stencil and you want to do ink blending, go for it. If you have a stencil with random script and you want to do some stencil paste through it, my Lanta, that would be beautiful too. So use whatever random you have. Use what you got, guys. Okay, there's that. And then I'm going to put some at the top. Let's see. I like these ones that are kind of connected because it's a little less work for me. But I don't know if I have any more connected. I was just cutting out my scraps. We'll just glue some on. No worries, no rhyme, no reason. And there's just something about a random script, and especially the black, that makes it pop. It just gives it a little something something. Just gives it a little something something to kind of finish it off. Well, I cut off the edge of that word. Is that the same word? That's the same word. We can't use the same random script, then it's not so random, is it? Okay, put one there, and then we're going to put a little short guy in here. Let's find a little short guy. Perfect. Love it. I always like things in odd numbers. I don't know why. So you can kind of see that we have 3 pieces here. There's odd numbers here, and then 1, 2, 3. I always like to do like a zigzag, or they call it a triangle. 1, 2, 3, kind of offset stuff. So there's kind of our backing. The next thing I said in your homework to do was just to grab a random sentiment, because there was not sentiments in this pack. And I know you guys have sentiments. So this is from the current Maker Mania. So Maker Mania 13, you got these dies. Best wishes, hello friend, and thank you. All three of these dies were in that Maker Mania kit. So that's where I said grab a sentiment. I grabbed those because they were readily available to me. Something I love to do with sentiments, and these have both pieces with it. So it has, let me grab my little piece. So it has the die, and then it also has, and these aren't mates, but it has the shadow. So it has both pieces that go with it. So what I like to do is I love to cut vellum out for my back piece. So that piece is cut with vellum. And then this piece is your white piece for the top. Something else I want to show you kind of as a trick. I put this up on a pop dot. Or I did not put it on a pop dot, but I want it popped. Since it's on vellum, if I would have put that on a pop dot, you would have seen that nasty pop dot in there, because it's clear, it's vellum. So a trick I like to do, I'm going to take my die, it says thank you. And what I like to do as a trick, and this is, whoops, watch your toes. This is a Spellbinders product. It is their stamping foam. They have it in black, they have it in white, they have it in all kinds of different colors. I like to die cut my thank you. So that is the fine part. We're going to die cut it. And I'm cutting it out of their foam. So that is their stamping, or their die cutting foam. They also have it in glitter packs, which is nice. So I die cut out my thank you. And essentially what this is going to do is this is now going to be my pop dot. I probably should have cranked it through twice. I have my self-healing mat in my machine, and sometimes when you do the foamy stuff in the self-healing mat, it's too much squishy and it doesn't cut all the way through. I should have pulled out 2 hard mats, but you know what? It'll work. It cuts a lot cleaner with 2 cutting mats versus my squishy mat. So we're going to clean this out. And like I said, essentially, this is going to be our pop dot. So what we're going to do is we're going to put adhesive on the top side of our foam, and then we are going to glue it to the back side of our sentiment. This is just a little trick I did. Some of the companies have like Scrapbook adhesive 3L. I know has a adhesive foam that you can die cut to and then just peel and stick it. I didn't have any of that on hand, but I did have this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in, clean off my tip, and we're just going to put adhesive right on the top of it. And I'm just going to kind of spot check it. And I'm just using the Nouveau glue. This glue does dry clear, so if I happen to get a little blobby, we'll be okay. Okay, so we're going to lay that down. And then this word does jiggle a little bit. I did find that. So we're just going to lay it on and then just kind of push it until it lines up. We're just going to line it up. Okay. And there we have it. So now we have the foam on the back side of the sentiment. And then that will work as basically our pop dot. It's going to pop the whole thing up. So now I'll just take that. I love doing vellum. And the nice thing about vellum too is you could hit it with your inks, like your little blending tool, and you can ink blend on vellum to kind of color it too, which is very pretty. But I love using vellum for sentiments. It just gives it a little something subtle without being like in your face. How are we doing on time? We are doing good. Okay, so then we're just going to stick that guy down just like that. I'm just going to sit my block on there to kind of hold him down. Okay, so now we're going to dig in our ephemera pack. There's only one of everything in this ephemera pack. So on this one, I used a little macaroon with that. I'll see what's left in my ephemera, and you're just going to pop it. I have this little candy. Does that match? What's something that's going to match our hot cocos? And you know what? I could use the ones that Joe used too, because you guys have already used those. Here's my danger ones. Don't use, because Joe used them. But anyways, you get the gist of it. Those are the little candies. Let me find one that matches. I got 2 macaroons. I got a macaroon. I'll just put 1 macaroon. He's cute. I wanted to show you another thing, a new tool. This tool just came in, and I'm going to put my little macaroon on it. This is the dot setters. These just came in, guys. So in it, it has this great little case, and it's got these 3 little tools. It's got a small, medium, large. It's got a 6mm, an 8mm, and 11mm. And basically what it's going to do is you go in here and you put it on top of your pop dot and you pull it off. Look at that. And your pop dot is right there. Okay. I'm going to put the pop dot on the back. I'm going to release. And when I pull it off, the sticky is sticky now. There it goes. Did you see it? The backer is stored inside of that, and then you can just shoot it out and throw it away. So if you have arthritis or if you don't have nails and it's been hard for you guys to pull the backer off of these boogers, this is going to be life-changing. It's a little dot setter. They are in stock right now. US pricing, they're $19.99. I'm not sure what they are Canadian, but I do know both stores have those in stock right now. So make sure to call the store in the morning or jump on the websites. Okay, so there we go. There's card number 1. Oh, I forgot one thing. Splats. We got to do splats, guys. And I already put my sentiment on there. So what I do, you can kind of see I have my trash in here. I'm going to just cover up my sentiment because I don't want black all over my sentiment. I'm just going to grab anything black that you have. I like the Amsterdam acrylic inks. You can use your watercolors. You can use these guys. The black speckles from Hero Arts is great. Whatever you have, guys, just grab whatever you have. Oh, Deanna is showing it in 2 o'clock tomorrow. She hasn't even showed it yet, guys. So you're getting a sneak peek of Together at 2. Okay, so then we're just going to go in and splat them and just add a little black. And where I'm adding my black is splatting right around these 3 spots. I don't want to do it on the entire card. I don't want it everywhere. I just want it in those 3 areas. And I almost put that in my cup of water. And then that way I don't have splats on my thank you. And there we go. There is card number 1. Isn't that kind of fun? Fun stuff. Okay, we're going to set this out of the way and try not to put my hand in it. And so our next card, we've already kind of started. We have this piece. And what we're going to do is do this canvas. We're going to do this, they call it a, oh man, now I lost my train of thought. I was reading comments. A busted canvas. But we're going to do it on a card, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull a piece. And what you essentially are going to see here is what's on the back of your card. So you want to make sure the back of your card has stuff on it, which we're good. Every single one of this has a good amount of stuff. Then you're just going to pick one. Pick one that you want for your front side. Doesn't really matter, because when we rip this out, you are, I think I'm going to use that one right there. Yeah, I'm going to use that one right there. You're not going to see a lot of it. It is going to be ripped. So we're going to take that. And what I did is I went in. So here's kind of the sides of our card. And let me go in with my smaller one. What we're going to do is on the back side, because that's where we're ripping it, I'm going to go in and just kind of put it right in the center. Okay, right in the center. And then I'm going to take a pencil and just kind of draw, and you could do it, actually I might do it this way. I'm just going to kind of draw where the edge of my tape is. Okay, there's the edges of my tape. I want to know where the edge is. And then I'm just going to take my ruler. Let me find a ruler. Got a lot of rulers here. And I'm just going to kind of draw a line very lightly down this. So what it's going to give me is, this is where I want to keep my focal point. Okay, I want to keep my focal point there. Now, my first one I did, and there's no rhyme or reason, guys. This one I did it more rectangular shape. My first one, which is my sloppy copy, I kind of did it as a circle. I kind of put a circle on the back. So again, there's no rhyme or reason. It's however you want to do it. And you know what? I just threw all my cards on top of that one that had black paint on it. I'm genius like that. Okay? So then you're going to take either your scissors or a cutting mat, get a self-healing mat out, and an X-Acto. You can use scissors to do the very same thing. It will work. Grab whatever you have. And what we're going to do is basically make an X. And you're not going all the way to the top, all the way to the bottom. We're just kind of focusing in the center. Okay? We're going to focus kind of in the center of that. And we're just doing an X. And like I said, if you got scissors, go with your scissors. Use whatever you have, guys. So I did my first one. We're just going to do the first X with that. So now you've got, oh, I didn't go heavy enough. I didn't push heavy enough. This is where Kourtney goes back in and cuts herself. This cardstock is really heavy, guys. Okay, so we got that. That's kind of our start. And then I'm just going to take my scissors. And we're just going to cut it again. So each piece that we got, we're going to then cut that in half. Okay, cut it in half. Cut it in half. Okay, so each piece we've now cut. Now you can take your fingers, you can take your tweezers, you can take whatever you have. But remember, this is the front. This is the front. The other side is the back. So what we want to do now is take these and just kind of roll it. You can take your tweezers, you can take your fingers, you can do whatever you want. And we're just going to kind of roll it back and rip that piece open. You can see on my first one when I did it, I left the point on there. Some of them, I kind of curled the point under. There's no right or wrong, guys. We're just going to, I kind of alternated mine. I was like, ooh, if I did it this way, this one, then I kind of wanted to pinch this one and then just kind of force it back, maybe fold it under. There's no rhyme or reason. We're just kind of ripping it open. And then if you feel like you need to go farther, then just snip it and go farther. So we'll do kind of this first piece. And then I kind of put my washi under it to see how it looked. and we're just making it explode. So when you do this on a canvas or when you do it on something else or whatever surface you're doing it on, just remember whatever the back side is what you're going to have on this top portion. So you kind of want to make sure that it is something that has a print on it. I don't want to say something that's cool, but you want to have a print of some sort on there. And we're just going to peel back each one. And you can just kind of fold and manipulate the paper. And as you can see, this one is not as big as that one, but it's okay. You'll probably never do the same thing twice. Okay, so now we got to find our washi tape. And essentially, that's going to be what we got going on. And I really did not open this one very wide, did I? So what I'm going to do, I want it bigger. I'm going to take my scissors. I'm going to snip it more because I have a lot of washi that I can still expose, and I'm just going to pull it back more. See how you can just continue to kind of open it up and just snip it a little bit more if you need it more. Just kind of manipulate it. And then once you have it the way you want, then you're just going to put the glue on the back side and glue her down. Okay, perfect. So what I did is I'm just going to put my glue essentially on the back side. And then whatever hangs over from that white cardstock, we'll just take our scissors and snip it. No biggie. I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with this technique. I hope you guys play with this technique and kind of have fun with it. It is something I've been wanting to try for a while and I haven't made one. I wanted to do a canvas and then I thought, oh my gosh, this will be so much fun to put on a card, right? Okay, so then I'm just going to take my scissors and just snip that white that is hanging out. Look at how cool that is. Is that not fun? Okay, so I'm going to go now and ink the edges. Just going to add our brown to the outside edge of this too. Because everything has to have a little burnt edge. And then I also went in and I browned the edges of all my ripped canvas, all those triangle pieces. And it just gives it that finished kind of look. I don't think my glue is quite dry. It's lifting up. Then I might go in and put some ink on some of those folds too. It just kind of accentuates those a little bit. Oh, thank you, Sandy. Okay, there we go. Oops, upside down. There we go. So I did go in a couple spots because these pieces are kind of flipping and flopping and I wanted them to lay down. So I just kind of went in with some glue and kind of glued it down. And sometimes you have to hold it down. So I just took like some little clips, kind of help hold that glue down for it to stick a little bit. But I just went in, whoops, I just squeezed all my glue in the bottom of my glue holder. I just kind of went in and kind of did that a little bit and just kind of fasten it down, kind of help hold it while the glue dries. Do I have any more clips? Probably somewhere. You can see the dog ate some of them. Okay, we'll get back to that. And then we're going to look for some ephemera. So here are the ephemera that I used on this card. And then I'll put some ephemera over here too. So I'm going to find some different ephemera because I already used those. There's only one of each in here. But there are some really good kind of candy jars. I felt like the candy jars were really cute to kind of match that. Yes, that is going to be perfect. I love those. Are these ephemera not beautiful? Look at that one. I could even do that. Put the big candy jars there. I think I like the smaller ones though. A stack of books. How fun is that? These are some great ephemeras. Some hot chocolates. Love them. Love, love, love. Yeah, I used to have a whole thing. Who knows where they went? Dog probably took off with them. Of clips. You know what? I need something that works faster. Let me grab some glue dots. I don't have time to watch glue dry. Let me just put some glue dots on here. There we go. Perfect. And I'm just kind of spot checking a couple where we are going to put the ephemeras, because I want those pieces to lay a little bit flatter. But the rest of them, I mean, they're all fun. Just let them go. Let them go. And then we're going to put our ephemera on here again. So I'm going to find my little foamy. I'm going to use the smaller, this one. And then I'm just going to put one there. And then I'll put one up here. And all my trash is collecting in there, guys. I do not have to. I can just keep stacking and it keeps collecting my trash. Look at that. Pick it up, place it down, pull it. All my trash is in there. Quick and easy dots. I'm loving it. Love, love, love. Where have you been all my life? It is like a confetti cannon. When you go to push this stuff out, do it over a trash can because I kind of did it and it went pew. It is like a confetti cannon. It shoots it everywhere. Okay, and then we're going to put a sentiment. So I had my hello friend, that I'm going to put on there. So whatever sentiment you guys have in your stash, use that. Like I said, these guys came out of the Maker Mania. And this one, I'm just going to put liquid on there and just glue it down. I'm not going to pop it because the little jars are already popped. Okay, so there's that. And then last thing, guys, we got to add black splat, right? I feel like my jar is crooked. Oh, my jar is crooked. Well, it's going to have to stay crooked. Now, when I did my black splats, I felt like this flaps were too plain. But I didn't want black all over my washi because I felt like that was kind of some of the focal point. So what I always do is I just always take these little scrap pieces of paper and kind of just cover up the items that you don't want the splats on. And I'm just doing that. Just give it a little cover. Okay, and then we're just going to go in and just kind of give it a little bit of a splat. I felt like the little flaps needed little something. They were a little too plain. Okay, into the paint water, not my drinking water. And there we have it. That is our ripped canvas / card technique. That was kind of a quick, easy one, wasn't it? It went faster than I thought it would. So there are, let me see if I can get them all in the camera. There are our Crafty Hour number 81 cards. Kind of some quick, easy, fun techniques. Again, you could do these techniques and do these into your journals, into your mini albums. You can put them in your scrapbook pages too. This technique is fabulous to do on a canvas, a ripped canvas, which is also really adorable and cute. So thank you everybody for tuning in and again, spending an hour with us and crafting along. So tomorrow at 11 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Pacific, Deanna will be announcing and walking you through the next Crafty Hour kit. We have them in store now. So they are ready for pickup / shipping immediately. Quantities are limited. We bought everything the warehouse had left. So when they are gone, they are gone. So thank you so much, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this Crafty Hour. I can't wait to see your versions of these cards. And please post them and make sure to join our Crafty Hour Creations Facebook group and post your creations over there in that group. So have a fabulous night, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow for the reveal. Bye-bye.